Hello, everybody. Sorry, hang on, let me fix this stupid thing. I didn't realize it was not very good. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. I didn't realize it was sitting like that. I don't know what moved it or anything, but yeah, I do need to make my bed. I just need to pull the covers up, put my coat up, and that's pretty much it. That's the only thing really on my bed besides blankets. So, excuse me. Anyway, this is going to be my review for Hazbin Hotel episode 4, and oh dear Lord Almighty, this episode. This is the only episode that has a trigger warning to it. And it's for sexual abuse and that's essentially that sort of thing. And it essentially goes into more detail of what Angel Dust has to deal with Valentino. And in the video, while I was watching it, you can see the reaction, because once I get this up, you should be able to see it. I really wanted to punch Valentino. And I am sure that everybody who watches this episode, or watches the show in general, wants to do the same darn thing. And that is the making of a very good writing for a character, to where everybody has essentially the same freaking reaction to him. Obviously, I don't approve of that sort of character, or how he treats Angel Dust, or anything like that, obviously, but, I mean, everybody agrees with that. And if you don't, then, well, you're the sick fuck that does it to people. And you should be locked up. And have your parts chopped off, to be completely honest. Anyway, yeah, it shows Angel Dust having to go in for a shoot for his next movie, and if he was treated a whole heck of a lot better than he was, it wouldn't be that big a deal. If Angel Dust was treated with, respect and everything, because, he is the one that's making them a ton of money, and, I mean, this is something that he could enjoy doing if he was, like I said, treated well. Because it seems like something that he might actually enjoy. But then again, I think that's the Angel Dust persona. As for how he really is, we still don't completely see his personality. Because, like I said, he keeps that persona up a lot. It's not his real personality is not out a lot. Anyway, Charlie wants, Angel Dust to be able to do what they have to do at the hotel, but obviously he can't because he's going to go do that. So she decides to go to the studio to try and get Angel Dust some more time off, and she does not, if she knew what was going on and, how he was treated and the contract and everything, she probably would have done, would have done more to try and help him, because this only makes it worse for him. Because Valentino assumes that Angel Dust is trying to get out of work and out of his contract, and is using Charlie to do it because she's the Princess of Hell. Which he is not doing, because he didn't tell her to come into the studio. He didn't tell her to do anything. He told her that he has to do this. So he's not wanting her to get involved in this at all. And this is shown in later on when she shows up. And he's trying to get her to leave quickly before Valentino spots her, because he doesn't want her to have to deal with him. He doesn't want him anywhere near her, because he knows how he is. And he really doesn't want this guy thinking, oh, I can use her to make a ton of money. And he actually tries that, and she's like, fuck no. And I don't blame her. But yeah, her being there makes it a whole heck of a lot worse. And when Valentino has to pull him aside, it does not go well, because he obviously, like I said, assumes that Angel Dust is behind this and that he's trying to get out of his contract by using someone of higher authority to get the heck out of it. And obviously that's not the case. And we get to see what his true name is, which is what his name was before he died, which was Anthony. And as far as we know, Valentino can do whatever he wants to Angel Dust in the studio, but outside the studio, he can't do jack shit. Which makes me wonder, because I'm assuming there's a way to get him out of the contract. And I really hate saying this, but I think the only way to get him out of the contract is, like, using that as a loophole. Like, if he does something to Angel Dust outside the studio, the contract could be null and void. But we don't know the details of the contract, or if that actually is a possibility. Though from what Angel Dust says in episode 6, that is apparently the terms of the contract. Which, I mean, kind of thinking about it, that could be also the way to get out of it. But like I said, we don't know. We don't know the details. We don't know if there's another way to get out of it or what. But yeah, she made it worse for Angel Dust, and he has to intervene when she wants to rightfully so defend him and tell her to leave, and he essentially told her, "You made it worse." And she leaves upset, and then they start the first song of the episode, which is "Poison." It's a good song. Just with the context and everything, it's heartbreaking. And, hang on. I really don't need to be wearing these. I'm not listening to anything or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, when it comes to the lines, I disassociate, disappear, what it shows afterwards with him dancing in front of the screens, people have assumed that essentially that's him in his head. And what you see on the screens flashing behind him as he's doing his bit is what's actually happening to him in his body. And that's essentially his only way of, I guess, coping with it while he's dealing with all this. And, yeah, I feel so bad for the poor guy. I want to give him a hug. I want to get him out of his contract. I want to squash Valentino like the freaking bug he is. Because he is based on him off. And anyway, Angel Dust gets back. He starts interacting with Husker, and Husker tries to give him some advice. Like, yeah, you're not going to be able to find the answer to your problems at the bottom of the bottle. I've done that. I've tried to search in there a long time ago. Never found it. And yeah, he turns on the persona and tries to hit on Husker again, pushing his boundaries because he doesn't obviously want that. And Husker pushes his buttons by calling him fake, which, yes, that Angel Dust persona is a fake, but yeah, he gets pissed off and ends up bumping his head on the top of the stupid thing above the bar, I don't remember what it's called, and leaves, upset, and Charlie tries to get Husker to go and make sure he's okay, not bring him back because you don't want to force someone to come back when they're not ready, because that'll make it worse, essentially. So yeah, he goes after him, sees him in the bar, and someone tries to spike his drink, and obviously, naturally, Husker grabs the guy who did it, throws him into the jukebox, and grabs Angel Dust and tries to leave with him. And it's not long after this that we get a revelation that Husker was actually an Overlord. Though with the whole gambling thing, that's always a risk in itself, but the fact that he loses souls because of it gets him to the point where he ends up having to make a deal with Alistair. And now his soul is owned by him, so he understands making that kind of decision and not being able to take it back. And then the whole Loser Baby song pops up, and it's a good song, I like it. Essentially it's saying that, yeah, you can be at rock bottom, but you got people out there who are essentially in the same boat as you. And this actually ends up bringing those two closer together, which is good. Because, I mean, that's good. It's good that Angel Dust has someone he can relate to. And he gets back to the hotel. Charlie apologizes, and he, tells her, it's fine, I understand. And, yeah, I want to squash Valentino so much. If you guys agree, I'd agree to like the video. But yeah, go on ahead and watch the reaction. It should be up on Rumble it's up on Rumble by now. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will get episode 5 up as soon as I get this one uploaded. I'll see y'all next time.